Guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here at the Rolex 24. Such a coveted endurance race, but you know what? One brand I had to stop by on Manufacturer Midway is definitely BMW, because look at what they have. This is it. This is the all-new, redesigned, and controversial 2025 BMW M5. But before we get into this new performance sedan that actually has electrification to it, let's talk about what's going on here. BMW, especially here at Daytona, has been very dominant over the years, especially when you look at the M3. I remember coming here in the early 1990s, and that M3 with the straight six naturally aspirated engine had such a sweet, glorious sound that BMW didn't just stop their M cars with the M3. They had the M5 for those who need more size but also want more performance. Now, the arch nemesis, it seems, to the modern M5 is that Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing. Maybe not as sophisticated or as fine-tuned, but that Cadillac Blackwing is one hell of a sledgehammer of a performance sedan. Now, the big controversy with the M5 is that this new one is a plug-in electric hybrid. So that means you have your internal combustion engine, plus you have the electric motor assist, and you can actually drive this M5 on pure EV power. But what I want to find out is this the better car over the Cadillac Blackwing, the CT5-V Blackwing? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this M5 and find out. Right off the bat, the color. This is one of my favorite BMW colors. It's called Isle of Mann Green, and it really just has a nice pop of color, even when the sun isn't out. And if you're a motorcycle racing fan like I am, Isle of Mann TT is that one street race, that road race, where they are actually on regular public roads, traveling at over 200 miles an hour. But let's talk about this BMW. So at the front of the business, you'll notice our updated headlight design, full LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights. You do get some nice body color in the center, and then on the lower portion, you'll notice the massive triangular corner air curtain. And I've always liked on BMWs how they work the aero into the front bumper. Instead of putting extra add-ons, different splitters and stuff like that, everything is all molded together. Now, as we come across the front grille, this has been a hot topic on many BMW models. They kept more of that kidney grille shape design, unlike the snout that you see on an M4 or an M3. You'll notice just how massive the openings are up front to let lots of cool air, lots of gloss black. Weird, I gotta zonk this, weird placement. It's like a zit on a teenager's face, that forward-facing camera, but you do have the M5 badge looking good. And then on the lower portion, same story. You could take 6 Nerf footballs and put them in here. That's how large that front opening area is, with our splitter, and then of course our brake cooling on both sides. Now, beauty is always in the eye of the beholder, right? So I'll leave that up to you. Me personally, I'm taking my money and I'm going over to Cadillac and getting myself a CT5-V Blackwing. But let me know what you think about the nostrils on this. Now, as we rise up, Steven's gonna show you that hood, that BMW badge, Bavarian Motorworks, so much history. What is underneath the hood? We have, of course, that 717 horsepower engine, 738 pound-feet of torque. That's 100 horsepower more than the outgoing BMW M5. So we got that twin-turbo V8 with the electric motor assist, all-wheel drive, of course, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, top speed 190 miles an hour, and it is routed through an 8-speed, a ZF 8-speed automatic. The difference with this car, though, is the weight. It weighs 5,400 pounds. That's almost 1,000 pounds more than the CT5-V Blackwing. You could have pure EV range of 25 miles, so you could drive total silence up to 25 miles. MPGs, 15 in the city, 21 on the highway. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. So we have our all-new wheel design, 20-inch wheels up front. Very complicated design, but I like the way they use the machine aluminum You'll notice our carbon ceramic brake rotors over 16 inches in diameter, our Fort Knox gold, massive Brembo caliper with the M badging on it. Tires up front are gonna be 285 on the width, 40 series sidewall, and then of course we're gonna have new finely tuned M Sport adaptive suspension all four corners. Now, the suspension is optional. There is just one way to buy an M5. You just buy an M5. There's no different like levels. Then you add packages. So this one has the carbon brake package. That's around $8,000, 8,500 bucks. You have the M Sport suspension package, which is another $3,000. And then there's the executive package, which is like another $6,000 for the interior. Price starting is $123,000. Quite a bit more than a Cadillac Blackwing. You could get a Cadillac Blackwing with the new precision package and still come out less money than what this car is selling for. Plus, like I said, this is a bit of a pig at over 1,000 pounds heavier than a Blackwing. But let me know what you think about the wheel, especially with our Isle of Mann Green. Now, from the side, you can see the overall dimensions. This is a mid-size car. So it's actually a little bit larger than the CT5-V Blackwing. Up top, we have our carbon fiber roof. That's gonna cut around 8 pounds of weight. That lowers our center of gravity. So no sunroof, no panoramic sunroof, carbon fiber roof, carbon fiber mirrors, because we have that carbon fiber package, carbon fiber mirrors. Of course, with the door handles, really nice the way they're flush, but when you go to open them, that's how you open up the door. But like I said, over from the sides, you can see the heft. It's a heavy looking car, because it is heavy. Down below, just like up front, that side skirt extension, the way it extends out, all body color, no gloss black. The only gloss black is gonna be around your window frame openings. And then as we continue towards the rear, let's look at the rear wheel and tire stuff. So these are 21-inch wheels out back. Tires are 295 on the width. So even though this has X-Drive, which is BMW's all-wheel drive system, it's rear-wheel drive biased, and then it sends power to the front wheels. Whereas the Blackwing is just rear-wheel drive. So you gotta know what you're doing a little bit more than driving this behemoth. Plus, my favorite part of the Blackwing, 6-speed manual transmission. Tremec 6-speed manual transmission. This has an 8-speed automatic. Let's continue. Instead of putting a quarter glass, they put the M5 badge. I'm glad that they did that, because this would have just been all gloss black and that would have looked like garbage, because you can see it's already getting scratched up. Spinning it around back, what do we got going on? Your carbon fiber trunk lid spoiler. I do like that addition, and I like the way that they did the M5 badge, really pops off from the back. And then of course, dropping it down to ground level, you have that massive rear diffuser. And the way that they actually shaped the center section, it looks like it's right off their IMSA GTP car. You got your staggered tip exhaust, nice black tip exhaust, and then of course, it's all about generating air over the car, around the car, and also underneath the car. And that's what the diffuser does, is that it helps diffuse the air that comes out the back of the car. The race cars have way more extensive diffusers because of the speeds that they're traveling. What's fascinating is that this year at the Rolex 24, the BMW GTP car is actually on the pole. So that tells you something about what BMW is doing with performance. But I want to take it for a drive. I know you want me to take it for a drive. We're not ready for that, but I do want to just show you, we're going to take you around to the driver's side. So as we come around the back, here's some of the things that look a little weird to me. You see how they did this rear fender area? Not really loving this overall bulge. It kind of comes out of nowhere. And then as we continue down the side, zonking the gloss black area. Even though they put the M5 badge there, zonking that area is too much gloss black. And then I'm gonna have Steven kind of swing around and try to show you the interior the best that you can. BMW refused to open up the door for us. Nice M branded steering wheel with those BMW colors. You got paddles behind the wheel that are carbon fiber to shift through the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. You'll also notice this is where you're gonna have your plug-in because this is a plug-in electric hybrid. And then as we continue back towards the front, you'll also see that we have, like I said, a large amount of gloss black. Large amount of gloss black up top and down below. It's interesting because, like I said, you look at some of the other BMWs, they went crazy on the grille. I don't mind the grille so much, I just mind the amount of gloss black that's on this vehicle, especially one that's starting at an MSRP of $123,000. But we'll see how this thing drives once we go for that first drive, which is going to be happening in the next few months. So stay tuned for that here on Rady's Rides. But as always, we need to wrap it up here. So if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. Gotta give it up to Stephen Flood, working that camera like a champion. Don't forget, let me know in the comment section, are you going M5 or are you going Blackwing? Stephen's going Blackwing with a manual transmission and the precision pack, and there's no way you're gonna change his mind. So let me know if you're like Stephen and like Joe Rady here. We go manual transmission, baby. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.